Hey guys, Lissandra here, and I want to do another blog. Um, of course, I have a getting to a question I was asked earlier. I haven't been able to do any gaming videos on my other channel, and mainly because I don't have time or anything. I only have time to do these blog videos, and it's usually during my break and all. But the thing is this. Well, I'll probably do it like later on in the night and all, assuming I don't have any issues or anything like that. But I'll try to do more gaming videos on my other channel. Okay, but anyway, today I want to talk about social media. Okay, the reason I want to do this is that I have had like I've been with social media for years, all the way dating back like probably 2006 and all. And the thing is, around that time, there's a lot going on and everything. Of course, mobile messengers, those were very popular. They were still popular up until the up until what do you call it? They were very popular up until like 2006 and all, and the popularity started dwindling down a little bit. And they were fairly popular when MySpace was out. And as a matter of fact, they I remember MySpace was taking on Messenger at the time. They even have had what you call it? They had a mobile service. It's called Helio. Well, it wasn't from them, but this mobile service hosted it and all. I'm not really sure what the details were, but I really wanted that mobile service and all. I didn't have a cell phone back then or anything like that, uh, and it was until later on that I got a cell phone. This was like the beginning years of my college entry and stuff. Um, this was before I transferred to U of H. But the thing is this. A lot of trends have come and gone and everything, and the instant messenger, AOL, all this deal with rave with messengers, dial up, and all that mess. And then came along all these social media websites and all. Some not too popular, some extremely popular, to a point where it formed massive corporations and all. And I get it and everything. I understand what the big deal with this with the social media and all, because in today's time you can't go anywhere without looking at any company, whether it's Walmart, Target, or Sears, or any of those places. You always see little logos like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are the main ones you see. You might see YouTube every now and then on some of them, but it's mainly just Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. In case y'all don't know, Instagram's owned by Facebook, so it's just the picture aspect of Facebook, you know. That's why you see. That's why it's so easy to share pictures between Instagram and Facebook because they're owned by the same company. You know. By the way, I own shares with Facebook as well as with Twitter. But anyway, one thing I want to say is this. Um, I have had this channel for quite a while. Back in 2006, I had I have all my social media sites for quite some time. There are some that I don't visit anymore. Like for example, there's one called Tagged. I don't know um if that's still around and all. But I used to have that. I used to have that a while back before I joined MySpace. And the thing is that I don't get on it that much, and mainly because a friend of mine that I had that I knew, she disappeared and all, and I guess I lost contact with her and all. Haven't, I guess haven't spoken to her like back in 2008. That would be like about 8 years already since I have spoken to her. But anyway, the thing is that social media has formed something very important in the construct of the society. And the reason why is that because of the fact that you have all these sites that promoting a lot of these small businesses. You have Google, for example, and of course I'm a shareholder with Google as well. Um, you have Google, and the thing is that you're able to find things a lot more faster. And even my boss's business, um, she her business gains like publicity through Google. The company that she owns, that I'm pretty much running for her and everything, is pretty much hosted by Google. A lot of stuff is. If you go to a website building companies, they always offer the whole deal with social media. And the question is, why is social media important? And the thing is that social media has become something very powerful. Just like the gaming industry has become something very powerful, the entertainment industry, it has become something very unique. Because the thing is that before the social media, the rise of the internet and everything, companies were present locally, and if they wanted to grow, they needed more people to buy from their product and rise of their publicity. That means they needed more money for a larger place, and they needed more publicity. So that meant that advertising. And the thing is about advertising back then, it wasn't like, for example, I'll make a Facebook page and there, no. Um, what you basically had to do, you had to go and print a bunch of ads and go from place to place and paste them and publicize them. That was time consuming. That was a cost. It costed you your time and money, where you could be working rather than posting it, but it was very essential to the business. So the thing is that, and the cons with that is that you basically um, you basically either got in trouble for posting in unauthorized areas. You ran through a lot of different types of problems and everything. And the thing is that um, it was very time consuming. It consumed a lot of time advertising your business, and even after that, there was no promise that you would get publicity. If anything, you'll probably get a few people, and you always started out low. It took time to grow your publicity to your business. Now, fast forward years later, you have all this thing with the billboards and everything. Some billboards are uh, like like banners and all. So other people have the money to buy airplane banners, and some have very few money that they have to share their ad with other ads and all. Well, the thing is this. Because of the rise of the internet and you go forward in time, you get these advertising companies and all, but they saw a lot of production and advertising and all. Well, the thing is that here's something that backfired on an advertising company. I think that's what happened. Not really sure, but advertisement company had the so-called genius idea to advertise an excessive amount of ads, and instead of having a beneficial effect, it had an adverse effect because it it irritated people, and eventually, give me a sec. Okay, okay, I'm back. So like I was saying, it just um pretty much what we're saying is and it's very interesting. I just got off the phone with an annoying telemarketer that um does just here's what they do. They go get an auto dialer and annoy the hell out of people calling them about unsolicited services and shit like that. And that's what that goes you back to this that I was saying that um, they they produce these massive amounts of ads, and instead of attracting people, it just kind of pushed them away because there were overwhelming amount of ads, and that gave birth to what we call as spam. Now, I didn't know what the origin of spam was, but I had a friend of mine that's from the UK, and he told me that the origin of spam, the name spam and being branded as spam, it comes um, from a spam commercial. I think that was in the UK. I'm not really sure, but it went. It's a commercial that went like this. That was saying spam, 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 spam. Okay, and it's okay at first if you listen to it for a little while, but afterwards it starts getting annoying. And because of that annoyances, that's why spam is considered spam. And what I mean by spam, those overwhelming amount of advertisement are considered spam. They even got spam bots now, and basically, mar- um, marketing when it comes to marketing strategies, a lot of powerful corporations they don't use that approach anymore. They use more kind of more subtle, more smarter approach. They even have psychologists that work in this sort of field to try to attract people, and they have very clever ways of attracting people, and especially when the advertisement works in a psychological perspective and all. I think even not telemarketers, but even salesmen come up with really smart ideas to psychologically get in your head and all. Well, the thing is this. Why is social media important? Is because it basically has created a construct. It has created something very unique in a way. It has generated jobs and everything. And why is that important? Because it is basically helps the middle class. It gives a leeway to for lower class people to climb up the social ladder, and because otherwise it would be very extremely difficult to get climb up the social ladder. Because can you imagine that the it would everything were like it was back I think in the 50s or 60s where um, progressing was very difficult. Nowadays they have They use social media not for just entertainment. They use it for advertising. They use it for business promotions. They use it for information, for crowdfunding. They use it for to support political parties. You can see in the presidential primary election and all. They use it for so many reasons. It has become very vital to societal progress and all. And because of that, because because of that, it is something very important. And why? Because we don't live in an industrial age anymore. And the industrial revolution did its part and it progressed us technologically. Now we're at a technological point in um, which we have progressed to another stage, which is pretty much an age of information, an age of technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, that sort of thing that has thrusted us forward into a new perspective of how we see things. It has created this global interlink between developed countries. Developing countries also have uh, this whole networks, and even third world countries they have it too, not as developed, but some third world countries have telecommunications networks, and it has become important to them because that that gives it leeway to pretty much bring resources from one country to another. That is the reason why social media is very important. It helps businesses grow. It helps crowdfund for a lot of things. If let's say there's a victim that of some crime or something, um, a lot of stuff gets publicized and people crowdfund. Or let's say that for example, there's a criminal running loose. Somebody has details. They posted it, and they posted it globally and all. Of course, the whole global network interlinked of the internet isn't perfect. There are a bunch of issues. There's scammers. There's a bunch of hackers. There's this whole fight between white and black and even gray hat hackers. There's a lot of stuff. There's this whole deal with the black market that lies underneath the deep web or the dark net or whatever you like, where you call it and all. There's a lot of deranged people out there. There's so much out there that and so many things that's wrong with the internet. But despite that, there's also a lot of benefit. Also, there's and the thing is that every single progress has his negative counterpart. It's something that my dad likes to say a lot, and yes, it's very true. Let's put, for instance, the discovery of nuclear energy. Okay, nuclear energy has its benefits because it powers entire infrastructures for thousands of years, and given a certain amount of fuel. However, um, it also has its counterparts, and what's that counterpart? They're nukes. Those nukes, they're weapons that are not only a threat to other people, they're a threat to ourselves as well. But anyway, I hope I expressed everything that I was gonna say in regard to social media. It's very important because it it makes a lot of things more efficient. And let me give you one example of what I mean. Um, not long ago, I was fixing a vehicle, and I was taking I was pretty much working with my dad, taking out the pistons and everything. And the single thing I hate the most about the automotive industry is that there's a lot of things that are obscured in regard to the whole deal with blueprints and things like that. It's kind if you want to fix something in a engine, there's certain things that it's really hard to find. Even if you search uh, in Google, you run through a little bit of trouble. But despite that, in reality, Google does make it way a lot more easier. And I was able to find while I was looking for the information to pretty much repair the rod from these pistons, and I found it um, through YouTube. This guy demonstrating stuff uh, um, over YouTube. Okay, and the thing is that YouTube is no longer an entertainment um, is no longer an entertainment network. It's more than just entertainment now. It's become an informational. Um, it has become an information network. It's so much to the point that years back, I think they pretty much banned YouTube on over there in China. I'm not really sure. I don't know what the current situation with that is right now, but it becomes very important because there's a lot of information there. There's so much information in YouTube as well as Google. There's so much out there in global interlink. But anyway, I get like I said, this is all I'm gonna say for now. But pretty much like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.